Welcome, welcome. This is a short Pilates yoga mashup focused on those arms. So let's start seated, either kneeling or cross-legged, just upright for a moment. Closing the eyes, finding the breath, just taking that first little bit of time to focus the mind and feel your way into the body, especially into those arms, maybe rolling shoulders slightly up, back, and down. Letting them stay down, feeling the arms heavy, hands in your lap, and just feeling really stacked through the spine, soft through neck, balanced, vertebra on top of vertebra, head just floating effortlessly. Before we bring any sort of strength work to that upper body region, to those shoulders, triceps, biceps, just find the softness, almost like they're noodles hanging here. And layer on that breath in through the nose, maybe out the mouth. First little bit will be a challenge of how long we can keep our arms activated. Take breaks, of course, as you need, or follow along. Challenge yourself. Eyes can always stay closed or blink them open. And when you're ready, you'll bring your arms out into a T shape in line with those shoulders. Palms facing down, shoulders still drawing down and back. And just start to find little baby circles here. Again, once you found the movement, maybe center the focus, close the eyes, and find all the pieces that you can soften that don't really need to stay activated. This is about the shoulders to start. Arms are strong and straight, but not locking out those elbows. Palms are facing down. Hands are reaching left and right. And let those circles get a little bit bigger, still going in one direction, and making it about the shoulders rotating rather than the whole upper body. So trying to keep this focused through that joint. Maybe circles get a little bigger. And in the face of challenge, you breathe deeper, you find that strength of mind, a little mind over matter, if you will. Slow down the circles, let them get small again, and then go in the other direction, nice and small to start. Traps, try to relax. And in the other direction, let those circles start to get bigger. Feeling the hug of the upper back, so shoulders staying down and back towards one another, a little activation in that upper body, back body, not just shoulders. Circles a little bigger, still this other direction. And then hold them out to the side, palms still facing down. We pulse down in space for 10, 5, and 1. Palms face up, we pulse up in space for 10, keeping the arms at shoulder height if you can, softening elbows if you need for 5. And 1, palms face forward, still lifting those arms, pulsing forward for 10. And breathing the whole time for 5. And flip the palms to face back, thumbs down, and pulse back in space, pulling shoulder blades slightly together for 10. And 5. 2, and 1. Palms face down once again. Make fists. Keep the arms out if you can. And like you're screwing in light bulbs, open and close. Rotating through shoulders, external rotation, internal rotation, moving slow. Feeling back body engaged, shoulders down and back for 5. Burning out that hold for 3, 2, and 1. Lift the arms up. Interlace hands, press the palms up and away, reach out of armpits. And then release the arms down, sitting back on heels if you're not there already. Reach arms back in space, get a little release, a stretch, opening upper back as well as shoulders and chest. And then chin to chest. Stay here or round down. Head comes to the ground. Shoulders lift up and over with that fist. Maybe stacking hips over knees and finding a nice rounded spine for 2 breaths. And gently sit back and release it out. Good. Coming to hands and knees. Finding a little cat-cow. Inhale, drop and open. Exhale, close and round for 2. 1 more. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, find a downward facing dog. Pressing into those palms, thinking about wrapping biceps back, or forward rather, triceps back, so external rotation of those armpits. And you can always move the legs as you stretch the hips up, as you lengthen the spine. Take a breath. And on the exhale, ripple forward to a plank pose, high plank, shoulders right over those wrists. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, push back into a down dog. Take an inhale. Exhale, forward to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, back to down dog. 1 more time. Inhale and down dog. Exhale, high on balls of feet, ripple forward. Stay in your plank here. Knees come down, but stay in that push-up position. We're going to find some tricep push-ups. So tucking tailbones, squeezing glutes, heels or legs can be down or lower legs can lift if that helps activate the core and glutes. We're going to bend the elbows nice and close to the body, just coming halfway to chaturanga arms, shoulders down and back, pressing through palms, and then press up. Inhale, we lower down, finding control, keeping elbows nice and below those shoulders. Exhale, press up. We're here for 10, slow and controlled. Maybe find that ujjayi breath to power up, or always exhaling through the mouth is an option. For 7, 6, 5. Spread all 10 fingers, grip through the whole hand, not just the heel. Mindful of wrists, we'll stretch them in a moment. Last 3, 2, and 1. Press up. Press yourself back into a puppy pose, so hips stay lifted over those knees. Arms reach forward together. Head comes down, torso releases. And press the palms together, bend the elbows, and bring the hands behind the head for a stretch of those triceps and shoulders. Breathe here. Big inhale, long exhale. 1 more like that. And then reach the arms forward. Slowly bring yourself back up to a kneeling position, just getting out of those wrists. Give them a little shake. Maybe make fists, bring those backs of fists to your side ribs, drop your elbows down, and just gently rock forward and back, that little chicken wing stretch of the wrists and forearms. Breathe here. And let the arms slide down the body. Bring one arm across, catch it with the opposite forearm, and just give a little stretch. Maybe look over that shoulder. And another side. And come through center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Find a tall spine. Inhale, open. Exhale, round, close, squeeze the forearms together. Really squeeze through the chest. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. You can get the spine involved if that feels okay. Opening chest as you open those elbows. Exhale, round and squeeze. Thinking about engaging upper back as shoulders roll down and you open, and rounding up and back, getting shoulder blades away from each other as you touch for 5. With breath, 4. Last 2. On 1, stay open. And we're just going to high five the ground, bringing palms down, maybe slightly back, internal rotation of that shoulder, and then reach it up to those little robot or cactus arms. Lower and back and lift. Kind of keeping the bend of the elbow the same, thinking about this movement coming from that shoulder once again, internal, external rotation, and making sure the palms and wrists don't lead. So you're letting them stay in the same line as those forearms. We're here for 5. Should start to feel those shoulders once again for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let that go. Reach one arm up, bend the elbow, grab it with the other arm, and just find a little stretch up and over. You can even side bend in that direction. And then lift through center, bend the other elbow, grab it, find a stretch first through shoulder, tricep, and then maybe a little side bend up and over in that direction. Good. Coming back through center, finding a reverse tabletop position. So feet down, hands behind you. Let's turn the fingers to face you. Palms nice and planted, and fingers and hands just about shoulder distance or wider apart. Feet are grounded. Inhale here. Exhale, press into heels and hands, lift the hips. Maybe relax the head back, take a breath, squeeze glutes, track knees forward. And slowly roll back down. Again, like that. Press through hands and heels, lift. Head releases, or chin can always stay to chest. And gently release. Good. This time, stay lifted and pause. Press into those hands. Feet can always walk forward. They can stay bent or they can extend to heels. We're going to bend the elbows like we did in our tricep push-ups, little tricep dips now. Drop the hips to the ground any amount and then press back up. Inhale, lower, elbows track back. Exhale, press through strength of triceps and shoulders. Breathing here. Of course, if you extend your legs forward, this brings more weight into the hands, makes it a little bit more challenging. So your choice, legs straight in kind of a reverse plank, or feet grounded, knees bent for more control through the lower body. We're here for 5. Nice and slow, feeling warmth in the back of those upper arms for 3, Last two. Hold on one when you get high. If you haven't tried already, extend those arms or extend those legs. Press into heels and hands. Find a reverse plank, push up, maybe chin to chest, maybe head releases back. Take a breath. And then gently settle the hips down, sitting with legs out in front of you. Shake out the wrists. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, flex the feet as you reach forward, grabbing anywhere that's accessible on legs, maybe ankles, maybe feet, and finding a forward fold. Big inhale, long exhale. First, an active forward fold for a couple breaths, keeping spine long and actually pulling towards those legs. And then we can make it more passive. Knees can soften, belly released, hands by your side, palms face up, elbows soft. Take a breath. Just stay heavy or even sway side to side. Legs can separate if they're too close to one another. Spine can round. One more big inhale. Long exhale. And slowly round yourself up. Cross your legs if that feels okay. Open your arms. Bring one arm under the other. Shoulders or eagle arms to lift and move forearms away. Inhale for a tall spine. Exhale, round the spine any amount. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, dome. Feel the stretch through upper back and shoulder. Inhale, lift and open. Take the other side. Exhale, other arm under, twist tying. On the exhale, round. On the inhale, lift. Last round. Inhale, lift, open. Again, interlace hands behind your low back. Find a big stretch down and away from those ears. And then bring the fist over to one side, so to one side of your waist. And the shoulder drops down, or the head rather drops down to that shoulder for a little neck stretch. Take a breath. And then come through center, reach the arms back. Bend the elbows, bring that fist to the other side waist, and let the ear get heavier in that direction as you pull the opposite shoulder away from the ear. And then release and find a seated position once again, just to center. Let those arms become noodles once again, heavy, heavy. Everything stacked like you started with. Maybe feeling a tiny bit different through the body, at least building some awareness of those upper body muscles. And finding the breath for one last conscious inhale and long exhale. Thank yourself for taking this time, taking some of this strength you found with you into the rest of your day. Wishing you all the love. Namaste.